Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We pay homage to the Blessed One, Supremely Enlightened Buddha. Sadhu. I pay homage to my teacher, Lukaswami Maharaj. Sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, today we are going to discuss a very beautiful sutta from the Majjhima Nikaya. Who is going to start reading?
Monthly, I can start. The Sutta discourse on the ending of craving. So I have heard. At one time, the Buddha was staying near Savatthi in the eastern monastery, the still longhouse of Megara's mother. And then Sakka, Lord of Gods, went up to the Buddha, bowed, stood to one side, and said to him, "Sir, how do you briefly define a mendicant who is freed through the ending of craving, who has reached the ultimate end, the ultimate sanctuary, the ultimate spiritual life, the ultimate goal, and is best among gods and humans?"
So here the Sakka, Lord of Gods, is asking about the Arhat, about the liberated person. And then the Buddha answers, yes, keep reading, please.
Lord of Gods, it's when a mendicant has heard nothing is worth insisting on. When a mendicant has heard that nothing is worth insisting on, they directly know all things. Directly knowing all things, they completely understand all things. Having completely understood all things, when they experience any kind of feeling, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, they meditate observing impermanence, dispassion, cessation, and letting go in those feelings. Meditating in this way, they don't grasp at anything in the world. Not grasping, they are not anxious. Not being anxious, they personally become extinguished. They understand rebirth is ended. The spiritual journey has been completed. What had to be done has been done. There's no return into any state of existence. That's how I briefly define a mendicant who is free through the ending of craving, who has reached the ultimate end, the ultimate sanctuary, the ultimate spiritual life, the ultimate goal, and is best among gods and humans. Then Sakka, Lord of Gods, having approved and agreed with what the Buddha said, bowed and respectfully circled the Buddha, keeping him on his right before vanishing right there. Now at that time, Venerable Mahamoggallana was sitting not far from the Buddha. He thought, did that spirit comprehend what the Buddha said when he agreed with him, or not? Why don't I find out? And then Venerable Mahamoggallana, as easily as a strong man would extend or contract their arm, vanished from the eastern monastery and reappeared among the gods of the 33. Now at that time, Sakka was amusing himself in the single lotus park, supplied and provided with a divine orchestra. Seeing Mahamoggallana coming off in the distance, he dismissed the orchestra, approached Mahamoggallana and said, "Come, my good Moggallana, welcome, good sir. It's been a long time since you took the opportunity to come here. Sit, my good Moggallana. This seat is for you." Mahamoggallana sat down on the seat spread out, while Sakka took a low seat and sat to one side. Mahamoggallana said to him, "Kosya, how did the Buddha briefly explain freedom through the ending of craving? Please share this talk with me so that I can also get to hear it." My good Moggallana, I have many duties and much to do, not only for myself, but also for the gods of the 33. Besides, I quickly forget even things I've properly heard, learned, attended, and memorized. Once upon a time, a battle was fought between the gods and the demons. In that battle, the gods won and the demons lost. When I returned from that battle as a conqueror, I created the Palace of Victory. The Palace of Victory has 100 towers. Each tower has 700 chambers. Each chamber has 7 nymphs. Each nymph has 7 maids. Would you like to see the lovely Palace of Victory? Mahamoggallana consented in silence. Then,
okay, so did you see how he was changing the topic? The god Shaka? Because he already forgot the Dhamma he heard. So he felt ashamed in the midst of all the devas, the dancers, female deities, and all those. So he just wanted to change the topic, and but it was a very deep Dhamma. Um, he learned it directly from the Buddha, and it is a very brief description about the life of an arahant. So it's very important to understand the Pali here. So this is Buddha's answer about the arahant who has achieved the ending of craving. Tanhāsaṅkhaya vimutto, the arahant who has achieved the ending of craving. When the Buddha was asked about that life, Buddha explained, Ida Devanam in the Bhikkhuno Sutaṇ hoti, the monk has heard the teachings of the Buddha as to Sabbe Dhamma Nalang Abhinivesaya. Sabbe Dhamma Nalang Abhinivesaya. That one should not cling to anything in the world. The monk listens to the teachings of the Buddha, and this is what he listens to. One should not cling to anything in this world. Nothing is worth insisting on. And because he heard these teachings, and he learns the teachings in detail, one should not cling to the 6 sense bases, one should not cling to the 4 great elements, one should not cling to the 5 aggregates of clinging, Panchupadana-khanda, one should not cling to anything that is conditioned in this world. So after he learned these teachings, so sabbang dhammang abhijanat, in order to achieve that detachment, that liberation from all conditioned things, now he practices the path. He has to understand about all the conditioned things, the true nature of all the conditioned things. So he directly knows all things. Sabbe dhammang abhijanat. Having understood the true nature of all the conditioned things, sabbe dhammam parijanati. He completely understands the root causes of the arising and passing away of all the conditioned things. As a result of understanding all the causes, the arising and passing away of all the conditioned things, when he has that full understanding about how this conditionality takes place, the dependent origination, cause and effect mechanism, when he fully understands that, this is the result. Buddha explains, this is the result. Sukhang va, dukkhang va, dukkham sukhang va, so tasu vedanasu aniccanupassī viharati. This is beautiful. This is amazing. So the meaning of understanding the reality of life means, so the life means like conditioned things. Everywhere life means we have to talk about conditioned things. If we talk about other people, it is a condition phenomenon. What is the meaning of another person? It's the combination of a physical body, combination of feelings, perceptions, volitions, and consciousness. So that's the condition element. And if we talk about visual objects, sounds, smells, tastes, tangibles, mind objects, everything is conditioned because they arise with the arising of causes, they pass away with the cessation of the cause. So the seeing the reality of life means only one thing. You get to see the arising and passing away of everything, nothing else. Upado panyayati, Buddha explains, you will see the arising of a conditioned thing. Vayo panyayati, you will see the ending of it, passing away, cessation of the same thing. Tithassa anyatattam panyayati. You will see the change between the arising and the passing away. The things will not last the same nature. Every second, every moment, things are changing. Things are aging. Things are getting sick. Things are dying. This is what the wise person would see as to the fact that seeing the reality of things. So here Buddha explains, as a result of understanding all the true nature of all the conditioned things, having completely understood all things, instead of getting attached to the pleasant feeling, instead of getting averse to the unpleasant feeling, instead of being deluded to the neutral feeling, what happens? So thasu vedanasu aniccanupassī viharati. He starts seeing the impermanence of all the pleasant, unpleasant, neutral feelings. That will be the only result of seeing the reality of life. This is the difference of how an ordinary person reacts to feelings and a liberated person understands and stays calm, peaceful, equanimous when faced with feelings. Sadhu, sadhu.